Okay, here we are, Matthew Russell Lee, Inner City Press, here at the Southern District of New York Courthouse. Today, Thursday, June 26th, day 31 of the Sean Diddy Combs trial and its closing arguments, at least for the government. As it turned out yesterday, the defense arguments will be on Friday, and the jury will get the case Monday. We'll see whether they can rule by the July 4th holiday. But yesterday there was turmoil. After we did this, many people seem to not misunderstand. I blame the prosecutors, actually. The way that they wrote their letter about the charge before the charging conference, they said we are not pursuing the theories of liability of attempted kidnapping under New York and California law, attempted arson under California law, that's the Kid Cudi car. The New York kidnapping is Capricorn Clark, of course, and aiding and abetting sex trafficking. So this was not dropping charges, but some people, particularly those who are, some are saying free Diddy, so they were like, Diddy's getting free. I mean, I'm not putting him, again, the government should have explained it better. I think that they spent some sort of behind-the-scenes attempts to sort of explain to people, but they should have just written a better, I don't know, maybe they hadn't realized how it would be perceived. But I'll say that we didn't try to spin it one way or another. We just quoted exactly what I said. We are not pursuing those theories of liability. Of course, these are just predicates to the RICO charge, and as the almost non-ending charge conference yesterday, it went till 7:30 p.m., made clear RICO is alive. They're going for RICO. There's 5 counts. And so that's that. Now, before we get in, because today it's going to start at 10 o'clock, 10 a.m., begins the open arguments, apparently by AUSA Slavic. Mark Agnifilo won the right to wait until Friday to start. Whether that's cutting it too close to the holiday, we'll just have to see. Judge Subramanian seemed satisfied that the defense was sort of waiving its rights to, I guess, not deliberate on July 3rd. I'm not sure what they're waiving, really. But what we can say is other things are happening in the world. They really are. Yesterday at 10:30, because it didn't start, as it turned out, until 3:45, the charge conference, we went to cover U.S. versus Do Kwon, a major crypto case involving the collapse of the Luna stablecoin. And as we reported, and as other crypto publications have picked up, Judge Engelmeyer said, I take note of the GENIUS Act. This, of course, is passed through one house of Congress, hasn't yet been finalized, but it's about stablecoins. It is on point. How it affects the litigation? Unclear. Some filings are due. Now, speaking of crypto, Eric Adams, his chances suddenly revitalized by Mamdani's primary win. More on that anon. He's going to appear today. How is he celebrating that? Well, with an announcement on the City Hall steps at noon and with a crypto interview at 2 p.m. If we can cover it amid the closing arguments, we will. Brad Lander, meanwhile, is going to observe immigration proceedings in 290 Broadway, regarding which Congressman Dan Goldman and another are trying to outlaw the wearing of masks by ICE and other law enforcement. Okay, the Pollo has pled guilty. Yes, Carvajal, Venezuelan general, in a case that resonates throughout Latin America, has pled guilty. No trial, June 30th. And finally, the United Nations. Speaking of corruption, more corrupt than El Pollo, more corrupt than anything shown in this head courthouse, other than the 2 UN corruption convictions here under Antonio Guterres. The UN has yet to answer questions about the promotion of Guterres' cronies and the ban of the press that exclusively reported it first. Well, we are pushing. Our application was submitted on Juneteenth, and we're going to wait for a response. But for now, we're going in to live tweet the government's closing arguments in U.S. versus Sean Combs. To be continued.